Good morning everybody, welcome back to Fanblade. It's round 2. Big response from yesterday's video. Lots of people commented that it takes so long because the teeth on this saw blade are not big enough and there's too many of them. These people are absolutely 100% correct. The blade that was on here before was this one. I saved a piece of it just for reference. It was, I believe it's 4 teeth per inch, whereas this one is 12. It's not like I can actually just go and buy a new one today anyway, so this is the one I've got, this is the one I've got to use. Now, this one, a lot of people said less teeth, bigger teeth, takes more cut, works faster. Absolutely, it does. It also leaves a much more ragged finish on the wood, which means you need to sand more. It also snapped. But some people think that I'm saying that it snapped because I was bookmatching this timber and that this timber must be really hard. Not so. This blade saw a massive amount of abuse. My friend cut down a walnut tree. And I sawed it up into a whole bunch of billets, and I've got a massive stack of English walnut drying. It's been sitting out there for a couple of years. This was relatively straight when I cut it. So we'll give that another... I'll give it another 6 months and then I'll cut a piece flat and then see if it shifts any more after that. But so that's just waiting. Stick around and see what happens for that. But yeah, so this blade suffered a hell of a lot of use. Basically, it sawed up a tree, it built this workshop, and it built a number of guitars, and even sawed a guitar up. And I never even took the strings off. And if you want the full story behind that clip, then go to the Facebook page and you'll see the whole video and you'll see what the story was there. Anyway, setting up this is a task in and of itself. Basically, I don't have the fence for this bandsaw, so I've got to use that. This is a piece known to be flat and straight. And it's also high enough. I could use the fence from the table saw, but that only comes to about there. So it still doesn't quite have the height that I require for the stability that I need. Now, it is, of course, dead square. That way, the blade is dead square to the table. What we need to do then is make sure that the workpiece itself is dead square. And I think we can see that it is anything but. There's a big gap at the bottom there. That's because this piece of wood has shifted slightly and it's not quite square, because that's not square, that's anything but this corner has some issues anyway. Get this on camera. This corner's got a little piece shaved off it, so that's might cause some issues later on. But the plan is, anyway, the plan is to get this edge perfectly flat and square to this face, so those two are our square reference faces to go into this gap here, and then it's chop chop time. Alright, camera battery died, so I'm switching over to my cell phone just to finish this, because frankly my battery is about to die as well. It's an hour and a half so far. Nearly there. Right, engage dust collector. Right, that's lunch. Okay, let's see what joy of natural beauty we've uncovered here. Cool. Wow. Yeah. Goodness me, what about that? Okay, so that edge isn't quite plain flat, but goodness me, look at all this. Okay, I need to trace this on here and then send to my friend some photos. There's 4 different combinations of how it could go. So, yeah, take a look at these and leave your preference in the comments. And I should probably just add that even though your comments are useful and helpful, and thank you for them, keep them coming, but we've actually decided to go with this one. It's number 4. It seems the most balanced with the most going on in each area, and there's also, I mean, this looks like it's custom made for a neck pocket right there. So this is the one we're going to go with, and it's just going to be spectacular. there we go, a book-matched short-scale guitar. Quite a lot of work to do still on the edges, that's rough as hell. A lot of people would use a router table with a flush trim bit to trim that out. I don't have a router table, so I'm going to be doing that with sanding. Yes, here's the neck for it. So, place that carefully. The neck goes just in there. That's why I put the wood this way up with that pattern there, and the bridge will go. I don't know, it's about there somewhere, and a pickup, probably in the bridge position. Yeah, sort of starting to look like something. But what I need to do now, what I have just done, in fact, is actually work out how much there is left to do and how much time I've got. So I need to have a little bit of a talk about this. I've got 13 days left in lockdown. And I've got to carve the bodies, bind the bodies, route the bodies, and do the neck pockets. And I've got a certain number of days for that. For the necks, they need to be radiused, carved, the fretboards need to be finished, then the frets installed and levelled. Now, I can do all of that in 13 days. What I can't do is actually finish the instruments, do a final assembly and set up, and then play them. So that's going to happen after the fact. But hopefully we can get most of the build done before I have to go back to work. So yeah, a little bit of paperwork, a little bit of housekeeping, but that's good. But we are on track. So thank you very much for watching. Come back tomorrow, because I think tomorrow we're going to tick off the radiusing. I shouldn't tick that yet because I haven't done it. Yes, the radius sanding block we made. It's been sitting here drying for some days. I'll pop this off. Yes, radius sanding block. So tomorrow we'll prep this up. I'll show you my radius sanding jig, and we'll carve up some necks. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.